So, we're going to get Mike Cole on the line, and we'll have a little conversation with him. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Did you hear Gabe in the back?
No, I couldn't hear Gabe.
Oh, you're lucky.
Hey.
You're lucky. It was disgusting. So we're just going to crop Mike's shot a little bit, and we'll get rid of some of that Skype noise. So, Mike, how you doing?
Doing good.
How's everything out home-wise?
Wait, I'm getting an echo.
You're getting an echo? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Still?
Turn off his stream.
Are you watching the show and Skyping with me at the same time?
No, I exited off. Hold on, let me look.
You look good.
He got the memo about the beard.
Yeah, it's all beard show.
I think that's better. There we go.
That sounds all right?
Yeah, that's good.
Mike, you look awesome. I love the beard, man.
Oh, yeah, trying to little beard action.
Welcome to the beard edition of TattooNOW TV.
Too lazy to shave.
Yeah, me too. That's why I have it. You? No, you just do it to look good.
I do it, to hide the double chin.
Plus it is more manly, I guess.
So, Mike, what have you been working on these days?
Oh, just painting, and I've become quite the farmer lately. Trying to grow my own food and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
But tattooing full tilt, 7 days a week.
So, for folks who don't know, everybody fucking knows Mike Cole by now, but Mike does bio-organic, biomech tattoos, very vibrant. His paintings are also the same way.
But they're different. They're just not like biomechanic. They're like awesome. Yeah. It's like...
Yeah, I would classify it more as mechanic, not so much
right,
organic.
It's more mechanical, geometric shapes. It's not really bio. It's all like electronic, and it's all hard, and it's all like... That's what that's the noise that makes. Digital. Would you say that, Mike?
Yeah, I would say very digital, like computer... Trying to simulate what a computer would be capable of doing.
And Mike, where does this come from? I mean...
I don't know, a combo of things, the toys I used to play with when I was little, my dad used to let me sit around and play with his engineering tools and computer board parts. He'd sit me down there when I was a little kid, and there you go, have at it, Give me pliers and cutters and let me cut up resistors and transistors and all different kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Lincoln Logs look nothing like that.
My Tinker Toys didn't look like that. When you started tattooing, Mike, what was your style? Did you start right out with this, or were you? I was
a flash jockey when I started. Back '93, doing just typical walk-in shop with hearts and banners and roses and panthers and different stuff like that for the first 5-6 years of my career. And then I saw people like Guy Aitchison and Eddie Deutsch and their flash and stuff, and I was like, man, this could go so much further than that. And I just started, trying to evolve myself from there,
Where did you start tattooing?
North Carolina.
And where are you at now?
Charlotte. Where am I at now? In California, Southern California, right outside LA.
How did you make that transition?
I went from North Carolina to Florida for a little bit, back to North Carolina, and then North Carolina was a little slower for the progressive type of tattooing that I was doing. It was leaning more toward traditional, and I was trying to take it a different direction. So I figured, California would be the perfect place for that.
So you moved just like as an artist or a writer would to get the vibe, to develop something.
To get the skin, and get the vibe, and the people, were more open to the stuff I was doing. It was a little more progressive, so I figured this would be a nice place to even hearing California's crazy. It's a different planet. It's true, but you adjust, and I wouldn't have it any other way now. I love it here.
So how long have you been tattooing?
20 years and some change.
How did you get into it? What attracted you to tattooing?
I don't know. It just felt like a calling. I don't know. I was really young, 18 or 19, and I was working at a grocery store, dropped out of college, and loved art, and I couldn't see getting indoctrinated into the visual arts arena and marketing and stuff like that. Putting my energy in towards something like that, and then I don't know. I just like doing what I want to do, I guess, is
Mike,
being my own boss. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Let me ask you this: when you first started, naturally you started drawing these sketches when you were doing your flash, when you were flash jockeying, and naturally you'd get some downtime and you'd start drawing these geometrical shapes. And was it hard to sell it initially, like to the first couple of people that got it? I mean, now we look at it and it's like, wow, it's genius. It's still ahead of its time. It's still different than anything that, I mean, you know, people try to emulate styles, but still, I mean, you do it like if it's a real skeletal map or things look right or the way it's supposed to be. Was it hard to sell that to like the first few people that got it?
Well, I was mimicking, Aaron Kane and Guy Atchison when I first, before I even actually came up with this stuff. And I guess as it slowly started developing in my head, I would take the organic stuff and mix it, mix little pieces of the geometry in with it. And then slowly people started pointing out the parts of the tattoo that they liked the most would be the geometry parts. And then, I would start to do more and more, and it got to the point where it was just straight geometry.
So naturally, it's a progression from something that was kind of, again, loosely used term, organic, because it was a little bits and it was growing, into something here that's totally robotic and digital and just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. It started. The flow of the biomechanic or tattoos that were being done was super appealing, and I kept trying to figure out how I could bend, and I guess you could say that was the map for this kind of tattooing, is the flow, and trying to figure out how I could bend actual chiseled and square shapes to the streamline of the body.
Do you remember the day or the certain part in your career when you were like, yeah, this, and then people were like, yeah, Mike, this is it, and you just...
Well, actually, it's a funny... I won't tell the whole story, but I actually hit my head really hard in a car accident, and I was always interested in geometry, but before jarring my head really hard, I crowned through a windshield going 50, hit somebody head on, and I just started getting a lot of, I guess you could call them hallucinations, closed eye ones and open eye ones, especially, at nighttime they would get worse, but I've learned how to reprogram and, just live with them. They weren't, at first it was scary, but, and then I just learned to use them,
Dude, you got superpowers.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call it that. It can get pretty intense sometimes, but it helped. It pushed me that way. I was always interested in geometry, but I don't know, just seeing those shapes, molding and moving and thinking about how I could, like I said before, put them to that flow that the biomechanic tattooing was using. It just made sense.
Thank you.
It's like you turn.